If you're in the University of The Gambia and you're thinking of applying for the Erasmus Plus exchange program when next applications open, stop scrolling. I just got back from my exchange program and I'm about to tell you what they don't tell you in the brochures: the highs, the lows, and the struggles. We just hit 100 subscribers, guys. I'm so happy. Thank you for all 100 of you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. And if you have not, please make sure to subscribe and share this channel with your group of friends. Let's get into the video. Now, if you're wondering or you've never heard about Erasmus Plus exchange program, this exchange program lets you go to another European country and do a semester or two as part of your degree. They cover the tuition fee at the host university and also provide financial support for living costs while you stay in that country. Aside academics, the purpose of Erasmus Plus is for the cultural exchange, for personal growth and the international connections formed while you stay there. So let's jump straight into 5 good things I experienced while I was in Spain. I have them listed down on my phone, so it's easy to talk to you guys about it. And number 1 was the culture, the Spanish culture. It was so beautiful when I was in Spain. They love hugging each other. They would hug and do 2 kisses here and there, which was something brand new from what I know in the Gambia. So in Spain, their lifestyle, their food, I didn't try a lot of Spanish food, but I tried one that I really liked, which was called churros. And I'll show you guys. So it's basically like how would I call it, a pancake here, but it's oily, and that was the only thing I didn't like about it. But you dip it in chocolate and you eat it, and it was really nice. I've never had anything like that. But the people were also friendly. When neighbors would see you at the elevator, they would greet, "Buenos dias, good morning." People would greet you, and that's at least they will greet you or they will hug you and kiss you. So that was one thing that I really liked when I was in Spain. Number 2 is meeting people from different countries. I was at the Universidad de Jaén, and while I was there, different people also came on exchange program, and they were part of the Erasmus Plus exchange program. And people from Korea, America, Germany, France, different countries. So you get to meet different people. My lecturer was also an exchange lecturer. However, I did not make friends when I was in Spain. And maybe we will go into that when I go to the bad side of things that I really did not like. But yes, it was different people from different cultures, and we're just packed together, and you get to talk to a few and learn new things while you're there. Another one I have is travel opportunities. You get to travel around the European continent, except you don't want to, and except you don't have enough funds and you've just been using your funds. But yes, you get to travel to any country that is in the European Union. And for me, I went to Germany, and it was amazing. It was something so different, because in Gambia, when you want to travel, it's just so different. You have to apply for visa. It's always a hard procedure when you want to travel. But when I was in Spain, traveling was not an issue. Just get your ticket, go to the airport. Even entering these countries was not difficult, because you have a Spanish visa, and it's just easy to go in and explore. So you get to travel, you get to experience things you like, new things different from your comfort zone. Another thing on my pointer is the personal growth. When I was in Spain, for the first time ever, I lived without my family. No mother, nothing. It was just me. I was paying my house bills. I was paying for utility, gas, groceries. So it was totally new. I just went into this independent zone where I'm actually handling things that I need, and I have to take care of myself, and I was actually paying for them. And it was just amazing. Another thing, which is my last point, the 5th point, was the academic benefits. Like I said, my lecturer, because we had courses in Spanish, and because I don't speak Spanish, I was trying to get courses in English to easily understand and pass. So we had an exchange lecturer who's also from Romania. She was from Romania, and she was amazing. The learning habits, the learning techniques, everything was different. Not in a bad way, because we also have good lecturers in the Gambia, but they wouldn't force you. Everything was at your own pace. If you don't understand, lecturers are willing to come back and explain. Emails is the big thing there. You send emails, you get a response. If it's Monday to Friday, just know you send an email, you get a response within the next 30 minutes. Lecturers will respond. We had a platform called Platea, where your grades are, where you get to talk to lecturers, where you can write and also have forums, and I'll come to that. I did another course which was a master's course, and that is actually above me. I was so scared to do that course because I was like, this is not a bachelor's degree course. I hope I will do fine. And the course was entirely online, and entirely, like, you don't get to see the lecturer. The lecturer would not even teach. It was just emails and Platea communication. So the lecturer will send the notes we had to read. You read it and come to a forum where all of the people in the class are, and you will put your contributions, because every week you have something, a requirement you had to do for that course. So you come and put your argument in the forum, the lecturer will respond, and then he will grade it. And then we had assignment where we had to do a research. So I had to do a research for both of my courses in Spain. But in general, I met the most amazing of people, and my lecturer was one of them. She was truly amazing. She was everything a lecturer should be. She embodied it. She made learning easy. She was friends with us. She got to know us, and she would even say, do you understand this? Is this too simple to understand? Is there a way I can make it better for you? Like, you could tell through every step of the way that we were the priority there. She had our best interests at heart, and that made learning like everything. It was amazing. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I look forward to every class with her. So let's go to 5 downfalls or things that I really didn't like while I was in Spain. I did talk about the Spanish culture, and that was the good side. So I will tell you a little about what I did like about the Spanish culture. And number 1 was the language barrier. The city I was in, which is Jaén, most of the people there, I feel like they can speak a little English, but they didn't want to even try. So they were all speaking Spanish. So it was a struggle. It was a big struggle. And I really wanted to learn Spanish, but you wouldn't expect it to come easy for me. So mostly, I don't know what they're saying. They don't know what I'm saying. I just have to use a translator. Even when I went to my doctor's appointment, I had to use a translator. Even at grocery shopping sometimes, because the store was so big, I don't know where certain things are, and I want to ask the security. They don't know what I'm saying. I have to use my translator. So without internet, it was a struggle. And another thing is they drink a lot. They smoke a lot. I feel like everybody in Spain smokes, especially in Jaén, where I was. Not Spain, Jaén. Not old, young, everybody smokes. The only time they don't smoke is when you're in the bus. And for me, being an asthmatic patient, I was so disheartened and disgruntled by that. I really hated the fact that everybody was smoking, and they love dogs. I am not an animal fan. I'm so scared of dogs, you guys. I'm scared of dogs. I'm scared of cats. I think I can take dogs better, but I just can't stand and let them come close. And everybody else had dogs in that place, and I would run when I see people with their dogs, and I could see that they didn't really appreciate the fact that I was running away from their dogs. But that was my experience. Number 2 on the list is the cost of living. What they gave us for our financial stipend versus the actual cost of rent, groceries, if you want to travel. It wasn't the most efficient, I would say. So for me, if anybody is watching this from the EU, European Union, I feel like for the next people going, the stipends should be increased. It will be a great deal to increase the stipend for the students, because the grants are not always enough. There's so much expenditure to do living in Spain. Like, then you have to restrict yourself from certain things. But of course, we appreciate the stipend given. The experience is the most important. It is wholesome, but the stipend can be increased. Another thing I have is, I don't know how to put this, but even in terms of drinking, like I mentioned, we had the first day we got to Spain, we have a group chat of Erasmus students, and they had a party. And because we're new, in my head, I was like, a party would be one way we could interact with the rest of the Erasmus students and get to know them. So we convinced each other and we decided to go for that party. The party was a drinking party. Everything they were doing was drinking. In fact, they had games and the prize was alcohol. And coming from a Muslim country and us being Muslims, none of us drinks. We don't drink. We were not interested in that. And since that day, none of us wanted to go to none of the parties no more. And we had parties literally every week, or 2 or 3 times. We had parties back to back to back. And we were not interested because we knew that it was drinking. We're not drinking. It's eating pork. We don't eat pork, so we just restrained. But aside that, I felt, because I'm not sure about others' experience, but us as Gambians and my batch that went there, because we were Africans, we didn't really integrate with most of them. And I feel like they had a lot of get-togethers that we were not invited to. We were not informed, maybe because we are Black. That's how I just assume it, and that is why we were not informed, or we couldn't really integrate as much as they were all integrating with each other and having like being friends. Because let me tell you, like I said, I had no friends in Spain aside the group I was with. I just knew a few people who were friendly, and my friends will tell you, sometimes you see someone at class and you guys are friendly and you think you're actually friends. You see each other outside, they don't call you, they pass you through, and that is not our Gambian thing. You see people who say hi, nanga def, ni jamalante, but that is completely out of it. People can see you outside and choose not to call you. You can greet somebody outside and they choose not to answer. So you just know how to go around it. Another thing is, in Gambia, kissing around in the streets is something we will not condone. We see it as something bad. But in Spain, it's totally normal for people to express their feelings, especially when it comes to love. You'll be at the bus stop and you see couples kissing in front of elderly people, which we don't do in the Gambia. But in front of elderly people, you'll see them kissing, holding hands, being all smushy and all of these things. And it's completely normal. There wouldn't be looked no type of way on anything like that, and it's normal. My last point is loneliness. I was so homesick while I was in Spain. I was crazy homesick. I wanted to come back home so badly. I missed home. I missed the food. I missed my mom so much. And because you don't get to see people to talk to like here in Gambia. Aside school, I was at home. But the good thing is we have a lot of parks there compared to, we don't have any parks in the Gambia, but in Spain, in Jaén, there was a lot of parks, recreational parks, where you could go and just sit and just ride, just read, or just have your lunch there and enjoy it out. I did my morning runs, which were the absolute amazing, like it was the most amazing thing I did in Spain. Right after Fajr prayers, I would get up and I would jog for 2 hours. I would run, and it made me feel so good, and it helped me health-wise, because I love being fit and staying healthy, and it did so much for me. But I missed home. I wanted to come back home, and now that I'm here with all of the now extras, transportation, I really miss Jaén. And talking of transportation, it just reminded me, the transportation system is so easy in Spain. You just get your card, it has money in it, you check the Google map, you know the time the bus is coming, you know where the bus is going to be, you just go, put it there, pay it, you sit, you're at your destination. Transportation is easy, it's wholesome, it's not stressful, you're not jam-packed in a van or gele, but you know how it is here. I don't have to say it, but you guys know. So I really love the transportation system. I appreciated that. The Google Maps, I could not do without Google Maps, you guys. Anywhere I had to go, I needed the map, but it was so effective because they had addresses, so the map would work fine. And everything in Jaén, because Jaén is small, it was within walking distance. I love the fact that I could just walk and go to places I had to go to, and I could choose to get the bus when I wanted to get the bus. And in whole, Erasmus exchange program was nothing short of amazing. I met people that I don't want to lose, and the likes of my lecturer, I don't want to lose her. I met people, we had a neighbor who was totally amazing. She spoke Spanish and we did English. She didn't understand anything we had to say, but every time she saw us, she would want to hold a conversation with us. She would hug me and kiss me, and she would try talking. And when I was coming back from Spain to Gambia after 6 months, we were going to the bus stop. There was this old woman waiting, and she just decided to help with my luggages. And I was like, no, it's heavy, actually get the light one. She was like, no, she held both of them. She helped me carry it to where I was going, and she was actually waiting for the bus. She left her bus there. She went with us, she helped me carry, and then she hugged me and said in Spanish that we should take care. And wherever you go, there are good people, and I met very good and nice people while I was in Jaén, people that I will never forget, and it was an amazing experience. My Erasmus Plus exchange, aside the few down points I listed, it was nothing short of a good experience. I got to travel, I got to experience something new, I got to live differently. I started eating vegetables and it was so amazing. So that's my Erasmus experience. It wasn't the most perfect, but it was totally worth it. So if you're thinking of applying, I would say go for it. If you'd like to see another video on how to apply if you're at the University of The Gambia, please let me know in the comment sections. Interact with me and I will be happy to respond. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your group of friends. Till I come your way again. Thank you for watching.